Spider-Man versus the Chameleon. How can you defeat a man who can change his identity before you can catch him? Perhaps you don't know the answer, but the Spider-Man was determined to find out no matter what the cost. Extra bonus extra. In this same amazing tale, you will meet America's most famous, most colorful group of super adventurers, the Fantastic Four. We know him as Peter Parker, but the world knows him only as Spider-Man. Say, why didn't I think of it before? There's a way I can make some extra money. By joining the Fantastic Four. They'll probably jump at the chance to have a teenager with superpowers working with them. It'll be a natural. There's their private elevator, but the blam thing isn't working. Uh-oh, I forgot. It can only be operated by one of the four using a special electronic beam. Well, that won't stop Spider-Man. Forcing a couple of locked doors open is mere child's play for... Heck! I didn't figure the elevator would be above me. No way to climb past it. Minutes later, Peter Parker reaches the roof of an adjoining building. Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I should have thought of this right away. They'll probably be twice as impressed when they see how easily I get into their private skyscraper headquarters. Here goes nothing. Meanwhile, down below, it's the Spider-Man! What a bonus I'll get for this shot! He's headed for the Fantastic Four's headquarters. He balances himself on that strand of web like a human spider. At that moment, an alarm rings in the ready room of the Fantastic Four. The alarm! Someone is trying to break in. He must be some kind of nut to think he can take us by surprise. There's his picture on our viewplate. It's Spider-Man. Why didn't he phone for an appointment, like everyone else? 'Cause he's a teenage cornball show-off, just like the Torch. How obliging of them to leave a window open for me. This is a breeze. Activate defense measures just to be safe. Greetings, group. You shouldn't have made it so easy for people to drop in on ya. Got news for ya, loudmouth. It ain't that easy. What? A plexiglass cage, dropped from the ceiling. This gizmo may keep out the riffraff, gruesome, but it's a joke to me. That device costs us thousands. If you wreck it... Don't worry, Rubberface. This squirt's gonna be taught some manners, right now. Oh, you big ape. Who do you think you're pushing around? Did you forget you're messing with a guy who has the proportional strength of a spider? For crying out loud. That's what I get for pulling my punch on account of his size. Now hold it, son. We don't want to fight with any strangers. At least not till we know what we're fighting about. Who's fighting? Just consider this a little exhibition. He caught my hand in that net of his. He certainly does live up to his name. While invisible, I might be able to get this rope over our impetuous young friend. My spider instinct senses danger behind me. Have to move fast. Who tossed that rope? Don't see anyone. Wait, it must be the invisible girl. Well, I'll just give her a whirl for her money. That's it, you animated insect. Fun's over. I'll settle you now. Flame on! He's got me in a circle of flame. Well, I'll just jump over that clown's little trap and keep out of reach till his flame dies down. Then it'll be my turn. Hey, stay still, darn it. Okay, that's it. No more fun and games, fella. Someone might get hurt. Now suppose you tell us what you're here for. Get out of my way, Killjoy. Give me another crack at him. It's about time, someone asked me. I came up here to join up with you. I want to be a member of the Fantastic Four. So I thought I'd give you a demonstration of what I can do. So now let's get down to business. How much does a job pay? I figure I'm worth your top salary. I knew it. That cook has rocks in his head. Afraid you made a mistake, Spider-Man. We're a non-profit organization. We pay no salaries or bonuses. Any profit we make goes into scientific research. You came to the wrong place, pal. This isn't General Motors. We just keep enough money to pay our expenses, Every other cent goes into developing the most effective super crime fighting apparatus we can create. Besides, aren't you wanted by the police? This isn't Outlaws Anonymous. I might have known. You're just like all the rest, ready to believe the worst of anyone. Okay, keep me out of your group. Who needs you? I'll make you guys look like pikers. Wait, come back. Too bad he left so suddenly. Perhaps we could have helped him. We've got enough problem kids to worry about now. Somehow, I have a feeling we'll be hearing more from that young man in the future. Our scene shifts to a defense installation at the edge of town. With my multi-pocket disguise vest, it will be an easy matter for the Chameleon to become you, friend janitor. Minutes later. So far so good. Disguised as a janitor, it was easy to gain access to this restricted area. And now, another fast change and I will take the identity of Professor Newton. Ha! Nothing can stop the Chameleon. With the right disguise, I can steal anything from anywhere, unchallenged. That night, at the Chameleon's hideout, the Iron Curtain countries will pay a fortune for these plans. A TV news bulletin. The entire city is wondering why Spiderman visited the Fantastic Four today. No comment, says the FF. Rumors are flying all over New York. Unofficial sources claim Spiderman is being considered for membership in the FF. Nonsense, claims the police commissioner. I think Spiderman's visit is of interest to the Chameleon, too. Yes, indeed. Very interesting. There is only one reason Spiderman would want to join the Fantastic Four. Being sought by the police, there is no way for him to earn a legitimate living. He must be desperate for money. And this is where I come in. Spiderman will make the perfect fall guy. For me. When I steal the second half of these missile defense plans, I'll have him put the police off my trail. Spiderman has the powers and instincts of a spider. So I will send him a message that only his spider senses will be able to pick up. Calling Spiderman. Meet me on the roof of Lark Building at 10 tonight. It will be very profitable for you. And miles away, at a neighborhood museum where Peter Parker is studying the spider exhibit, someone is trying to contact Spiderman. I can sense the frequency waves. But who? Well, no matter who it is, I can't afford to pass up a chance for profit. I'll just leave my clothes up here, and then... A few minutes before 10 p.m. Almost time for me to take over the elevator night shift. Yes, it is time. But not for you. For the Chameleon. After binding and gagging the real elevator operator, the bogus one brazenly takes his place. I'll relieve you now. It's about time. I'm bushed. Then, once inside the elevator, so far my timetable is running right to the split second. Now to change to my Spiderman guys. And finally, Spiderman, how did you get in? What do you want? Those missile defense plans which you're holding. I can't believe it! You, a traitor? Wait! My web will keep you a prisoner until I can escape. This artificial web isn't as strong as Spiderman's real one, but no one will notice the difference. Seconds later, help! Police! Spiderman's heading for the roof with the stolen plans! Help! He finally broke free. Good. It's all going according to plan. Here's my ship. I can't fail now. I'll be gone before the real Spiderman gets here. I'm sorry I won't be there to hear Spiderman try to talk himself out of my trap. Strange. That helicopter must have just left the roof I'm headed for. I wonder who sent for me. Nobody is waiting on the roof. Look, there he is. Free, Spiderman. We want those secret plans you stole. Plans? Stole? I'm beginning to smell a rat. I don't know what this is all about, but nobody's framing me for anything. That'll hold you till I can get away.
What a fool I was! The message was a trick to pin a crime on me, and I fell for it. But who could have? Wait! That helicopter! The pilot is the one who the police really want. If he hasn't flown too far, I can use my spider senses to tune in on this ship, get its location. Got him! He's out towards the waterfront. I've got to stop him. Well, if I'm going to catch me a speeding whirlybird, there's only one way to do it. And that is to get a real fast start, like this. He's already reached the sea, but I can make a parachute out of my web and float down to the motorboat below. I am not licked yet. Minutes later, I'm just in time. There's the chopper, and there's a red sub surfacing to meet it. But with my web over the conning tower, they won't be able to open the hatch.
Our hatch is jammed. It won't open. How will we get the plans, comrade? Forget the plans we've been seeing. Submerge.
Now to find out who framed me. Spiderman! But how? I can't shake him off, no matter how I maneuver. He ripped the door off with his bare hands.
End of the line for you, commie. Head this ship towards shore, and I mean now. And before the police have left the Lark building roof, look! Here's the guy you're looking for. The guy who stole those plans and impersonated me. But in the next split second, the wily chameleon drops a tiny smoke pellet and breaks free in the confusion. Before they know what happened, I'll have taken a new disguise and be free. He can't get out of the building. All exits are guarded. Search every room.
Let them search. I knew this disguise would come in handy. Who would ever suspect a policeman?
I'll look in here, men.
I'll take this corridor. And I'll head for the street under your very noses.
But again, the chameleon has reckoned without Spider-Man's supernatural spider instincts.
That tingle I feel! My quarry is close, within striking distance. He's wise to me. If I can just pull this fuse. One of these cops must be a phony. He's doused the lights, but that won't stop me. I can still sense him in the dark. I'll just shoot my web over. Oh no! I'm all out of the special fluid. I've got to reach that exit before he does. This is the fastest way. That figure, leaving the others. It's him.
But, as the lights go on again, the chameleon resorts to one last desperate ruse.
Help! Grab him! It's the chameleon, disguised as Spider-Man again.
What? Oh, no you don't. You're not gonna fool us that way a second time. Wait, he's lying. I am Spider-Man.
It worked. Now to slip away.
In a fit of white-hot fury, the powerful Spider-Man wrenches free of the startled officer's grasp and... Look at him go up that wall! He was the real Spider-Man!
Every time I try to help, I get into worse trouble. Well, they can catch that spy themselves now.
And within minutes, catch him they do. Here he is, Captain. I spotted him by his torn uniform. I could see his other disguise beneath it. Blast it! I must have ripped it in my scuffle with Spider-Man. And as the chameleon is led away, a lone figure loses himself in the shadows of the silent night. Nothing turns out right. I wish I had never gotten my superpowers. Later, as the late editions come out, 4 famous figures ponder the case of the amazing Spider-Man.
Reed, he's so powerful and so confused. What if Spider-Man ever turns his superpowers against the law?
Yeah, if a teenager can be so blam strong, how strong will he be when he gets older?
We won't ever have to worry about him.
Won't we, Johnny? I wonder.